Just that the amount with applicable.
Ermi now. Ermi, you can go ahead and unshare your screen now. Thank you so much. We are back. And then I will hand it over to Catherine.
Okay. We are reopening our board meeting coming out of executive session. And now we have an action item, which is SOAR approval, Siletz Bay runway and electrical rehab project additional costs. And Tony, I think you had some additional information for us.
I do. Good afternoon. Share my screen. See, that looks like that's working. And I apologize, the title or the subject line was not updated to reflect a second request that's included in this presentation, so I'm going to go over that as well. But I'm going to go into more information just about SOAR. I'm going to give a review on the rules, and then I'm going to give a quick recap on what we discussed and approved in April of this year. I'm going to go pretty quickly through all this because we just discussed all of it. So stop me at any time if you have any questions or if you'd like more information. And then I'm going to go into what the need for today is, the two requests that we have. And then really quick on just the revised funding available and into the project list and funding request. So we discussed this in April, and just again, the ORS 319 and .023 establishes funding for the Aviation System Action Program. And this is derived from 2 cents on aviation fuel that creates grants and funding for airport projects. And after the administrative fees and the other portion for core for the public use airports, or for the non-state public use airports, the remaining 25% is allocated to SOAR, the state-owned airports reserve, for safety improvements, including maintenance and infrastructure projects on state-owned airports. The process is outlined in administrative rule. The department shall prepare, as approved by the director, a list of proposed projects that serve at least one of the purposes described in that rule that I just showed on the previous screen. And we provide the board the SOAR project list. The board shall approve or reject projects listed in the SOAR project list in a public meeting. The board may increase or decrease dollar amounts allocated to the projects it approves from the SOAR project list. Just a quick recap, back in April, we discussed the 2 projects from cycle 3 that we are going to carry forward because we did not have sufficient funding, and we also had other priorities that we were going to tackle those at a later date. And we were going to complete the remaining prior cycle projects with the funding and cash balance that we have on hand right now. We also approved the cycle 6 list of projects in April, and those are listed below. And the main thing on this slide is that at the time we anticipated about $110,000 kind of funding cushion there based on approximate forecasted revenues and with the carryover funds as shown. In the April presentation, we approved one of the projects was for a plow attachment for the tractor that was going to Joseph. The picture on the bottom left is the plow truck that is in need of replacement. It's quite old and it's continually breaking down. So the board approved that $14,000 for a plow attachment for that tractor. And the tractor is actually the one in the middle, the bottom middle picture here. That is the tractor. There's a note there that it was going to be relocated to Joseph. And I'm going to go into our funding request today. So that tractor was in an incident that unfortunately made it a total loss. So the tractor took a tumble and the cab was crushed and the tractor is no longer serviceable. So we didn't have a plan to replace this tractor, or at least acquire use funds to acquire a replacement. So today I'm asking for $80,000 to acquire this used 2019 John Deere that we have found, still available, and would meet our needs perfectly for that airport. We believe it's the most cost-effective option. And there's a little bit of a cushion there just for other miscellaneous costs, title, anything, electrical beacon and aviation band radio improvements that we need to make for it to be safe on airfields. Also, so it can be compatible with that plow attachment. So we are looking for 80,000 there, and then the damaged tractor will be going to surplus. We'll get a little bit of money back on that. So that could be a savings toward SOAR as well. And then the other item that we're requesting today is a project cost for the 2025 Siletz Bay Runway and Electrical Rehab Project. This is for FAA ineligible project costs related to a contract dispute and delays due to unsuitable site conditions. And the amount needed for this request is $50,000. So our revised SOAR funding based on numbers from July 6th, we anticipate about the same cushion of about $110,000. In our last board meeting in Tillamook, we mentioned savings to SOAR from our Oak Ridge project. This was due to a grant amendment that incorporated some additional work for the apron into that grant, leveraging those core funds, or I'm sorry, the Connect Oregon funds, at a 32 to 68% split. So that is saving about $300,000 in SOAR. 150,000 of that is in requests that we don't have to make, and then 158,000 of that is funding that was previously approved. So when we consider that $158,000 savings and the $130,000 that we're requesting here today for the two additional Cycle 6 projects, again, we still anticipate about $100,000 remaining funding of all of the Cycle 6 and prior cycle projects. So this is the project list. The 80,000 for the tractor and the 50,000 for the Siletz Bay project. And our request is that the State Aviation Board approve SOAR funding for the Cycle 6 equipment and projects as are presented. But if you have a different motion, there might be another. Okay.
Almost the same.
They're almost the same.
Almost the same. Okay.
No problem. So with that said, I'll read yours.
It's better.
That was this one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that the board approve the two projects for SOAR funding for the Cycle 6 equipment and the Siletz Bay project as presented.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Do we have any further discussion on this? Nope. And Alexis, you can call the roll call.
Okay. And then for the record, we had a motion from Bill and the second was from Jim. Okay, Bill Gropp,
Aye.
Jim Knight.
Aye.
Sarah Lucas is excused. Steve Nagy,
Aye.
Brian Prang.
Aye.
Jeff Pritchard is excused. And Catherine Stevens.
Aye.
Okay.
So that motion passes. Is everybody? Okay.
Was the tractor driver injured?
Sorry, what?
Tractor driver, was the tractor driver injured in
How
that?
about the human that was in the cab?
The operator was not in the tractor while the incident occurred. It's on a trailer. Yeah,
I'm assuming we are self-insured.
we are.
Self-insured. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks. No insurance for this one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, then that brings us to the end of our meeting, which we accomplished quite a lot today. I know we have some additional discussion coming up at future board meetings on the items, some of the items we talked about. Our next meeting is August 6th in La Grande, and look forward to seeing everybody there. We are adjourned.
Ooh.